త్వమేవాహం అన్న పదానికి అక్షర సత్యం లాంటి ప్రతీక ఆ తండ్రి కొడుకులు. తండ్రి ఆశయాలనే తన జీవన గమ్యంగా మార్చుకున్న మహామనిషి ప్రకాష్ ఆమ్టే. ఇంతకీ ప్రకాష్ ఆమ్టే ఎవరు, ఆయన తండ్రి ఎవరు అన్న సందేహం వచ్చిందా? అక్కడికే వస్తున్నాం. పరిచయం అక్కరలేని మహోన్నత వ్యక్తులే, కానీ ఈ తరం వారికి వారి గురించి పెద్దగా తెలియదు. ఎందుకంటే ప్రచారానికి ఆర్భాటానికి వారు దూరం. తండ్రి బాబా ఆమ్టే, కొడుకు ప్రకాష్ ఆమ్టే. ఆస్తులు పంచుకునే కొడుకులుంటారు, కానీ తండ్రి ఆశయమే జీవిత గమ్యంగా మార్చుకున్న ప్రకాష్ ఆమ్టే లాంటి కొడుకులు బహుశా ఎక్కడా ఉండకపోవచ్చేమో. ఆసియా నోబెల్గా చెప్పబడే రామన్ మెగసెసే అవార్డు గ్రహీతైన ప్రకాష్ ఆమ్టే తండ్రి బాబా ఆమ్టే. బాబా కూడా రామన్ మెగసెసే అవార్డు గ్రహీతే. సామాజిక సేవలో చేసిన కృషికి గుర్తింపుగా వారికి మెగసెసే అవార్డులు దక్కాయి. బాబా ఆమ్టేకు 1985లోనూ, ఆయన కుమారుడు ప్రకాష్ ఆమ్టేకు 2008లోనూ ఈ పురస్కారం లభించింది. కొందరికి పురస్కారాలు గౌరవాన్ని తీసుకొస్తే, ఈ తండ్రి కొడుకులకు లభించడం ద్వారా పురస్కారానికే గౌరవం దక్కిందని చెప్పొచ్చు. తండ్రి బాబా ఆమ్టే మోడరన్ గాంధీగా లబ్ధ ప్రతిష్ఠుడు. ఉన్నత కుటుంబంలో జన్మించి కూడా అత్యంత నిరాడంబరమైన జీవితాన్ని కోరి వరించి గాంధీ మార్గంలో నడిచిన మహోన్నత వ్యక్తి. గాంధీ అంతేవాసిగా అత్యంత నిరాడంబరమైన జీవితం గడిపారు. అంతేకాకుండా అన్యాయాలపై, సమాజంలోని అకృత్యాలపై నిర్భయంగా గొంతెత్తేవారు. ఆ క్రమంలోనే గాంధీజీ స్వయంగా ఆయనకు నిర్భయ సత్యవాది అన్న పేరు పెట్టారు. మానవాళి సంక్షేమం పట్ల బాబా ఆమ్టే నిబద్ధత అనితర సాధ్యం అనిపించక మానదు. కుష్ఠరోగులను బతికున్న శవాలుగా జనం భావించే ఆ కాలంలో వారి కోసం నిలబడ్డారాయన. వారిని ఆదరించడమే కాకుండా వారితో కలిసి మెలిసి ఉండేవారు. వారి కోసమే 1948లో వడోదరలో ఆనందవన్ ఆశ్రమాన్ని ఏర్పాటు చేశారు. ఖలిస్తాన్ వేర్పాటువాదానికి వ్యతిరేకంగా ఆయన నిట్ ఇండియా మార్చ్ నిర్వహించారు. బాబా ఆమ్టే స్ఫూర్తితోనే కాంగ్రెస్ అగ్రనేత భారత్ జోడో యాత్ర నిర్వహించారు. పర్యావరణ పరిరక్షణ విషయంలో కూడా ఆయన ఎంతో చిత్తశుద్ధితో ఉండేవారు. నర్మదా నదిపై సర్దార్ సరోవర్ డ్యాం నిర్మాణం పర్యావరణ సమతుల్యతకు భంగం వాటిల్లుతుందంటూ జరిగిన నర్మదా బచావో ఆందోళనకు బాబా ఆమ్టే సంపూర్ణ మద్దతివ్వడమే కాకుండా అందులో భాగస్వామి కూడా అయ్యారు. బాబా ఆమ్టే మరణం తర్వాత ఆ సేవా తత్పరతను పుణికి పుచ్చుకొని ఆయన ఆశయాలను కొనసాగిస్తున్నారు ప్రకాష్ ఆమ్టే. తండ్రి ఆశయాలను ముందుకు తీసుకెళ్తున్నారు. వైద్య వృత్తిని వదిలి మహారాష్ట్రలోని గడ్చిరోలి అడవుల్లో, మారుమూల కుగ్రామంలో గోండులతో కలిసి జీవిస్తూ వారి జీవితాల్లో వెలుగుల ప్రసరణే ధ్యేయంగా పనిచేస్తున్నారాయన. ఈ కృషిలో ఆయనకు భార్య మందాకిని చేదోడువాదోడుగా నిలుస్తున్నారు. వీరి సేవలకే ఇద్దరికీ కలిసి సంయుక్తంగా రామన్ మెగసెసే అవార్డు లభించింది. ప్రకాష్ ఆమ్టే ఆదివాసీల కోసం ఆసుపత్రి, పాఠశాల నడుపుతున్నారు. వారితోనే కలిసి జీవిస్తూ వారిని చైతన్యవంతులుగా, విద్యావంతులుగా తీర్చిదిద్దేందుకు కృషి చేస్తున్నారు. వారి కృషితో సాధిస్తున్న ఫలితాలను ఈ ఇంటర్వ్యూ ద్వారా తెలుసుకుందాం.
నమస్కార్ ప్రకాష్ ఆమ్టేజీ.
నమస్కార్.
నమస్కార్ డాక్టర్ మందాకిని जी.
नमस्कार.
How are you, sir?
Yeah, fine. Yeah,
Fine.
thank you.
Our channel very glad to an interview with you. We are very happy.
Yeah.
We are far from, more than 600 kilometers far from here.
Ye-
We came from Amravati,
Yeah.
Andhra Pradesh capital.
Andhra Pradesh.
Your father, Baba Amte,
Yeah.
legacy is a part of Indian history
Yeah.
forever. Baba Amte ji worked with Mahatma Gandhi ji. What is Gandhiism, sir?
What is
Gandhiism.
Gandhiism? Yeah, actually, he took inspiration from Gandhiji. He didn't work with Gandhiji, but he was a freedom fighter, and Gandhiji was at Subhakar. So naturally, a few times he met him, and he learned a lot of things from Gandhi. He was a lawyer that time. He was practicing lawyer, and he used to practice for the freedom fighters who were in jail. And then afterwards, as everybody knows, he started a leprosarium. That was in 1949. Inspiration was again Mahatma Gandhi. Yeah.
For that hospital.
It's an ashram. It's not a hospital like the say that it's a commune basically. Yeah. And that is in Chandrapur district, Varora Taluka. And the name of the institution is Maharogi Seva Samiti Varora. It was founded in 1949. Just 75 years have been completed now. And he made that institution famous as Anand Anand, Forest of Joy. So that is how his work spread in the world in the name of Anand. The leprosy patients who were outcasted, driven out from their villages, were begging in front of churches and temples. They were his inmates, and he treated them like his family members.
You both are doctors.
Yeah,
You met Nagpur Government Medical College.
yeah.
Who said first "I love you"?
I mean, at that time it was not so theoretical, you know. We came to know about each other's, behavior, how the life of. I worked in Anandvan. Not worked in the sense, but I stayed in Anandvan with leprosy patients. My brother is a doctor, and she is from Nagpur, and is not connected with social service. But since she was working for anesthesia, post-graduation in anesthesia, and I was doing my post-graduation in surgery, we came to know each other. Though we were in the same college, Nagpur, she was senior to me. By the time we joined post-graduation, we didn't know each other. She didn't know about me and I didn't know her. But working on the same patient, that's how we got to know each other. And probably the wavelength matched.
Got married, and then you both came to your father established a hospital.
That's right. I mean, immediately after the wedding, my father said, now that we have done a lot of things for differently able people, I mean, leprosy, physically handicapped, blind, dumb and deaf and whatnot. Then he brought here for a picnic in 1970. Myself, my brother, mother, I mean, it's a family picnic. Probably his intention was to expose them to different life. And when he showed us the life of a tribal, it was more or less like animals. We visited a village and villagers ran away in the forest. The only difference was that the month of December, it was so cold. We were have all the pullover, sweater, shawl, and they were more or less digambar, clothless, just a small loin cloth. And they got scared of looking at us. They ran away in the forest. So we visited 3-4 villages and then came back to it's a beautiful confluence in Babragad. So we had the camping there. We lit a fire. It was so cold. We were thinking about this.
So literal Adivasi.
This is called Madia, primitive tribe, the most backward tribe of India. Okay. Madia. So the Baba said, now that you both have become doctors, MBBS, I think that we should do something for these tribes. They are living like animals. But he was talking to himself, loud thinking. I am not a doctor, I am a lawyer, but I can teach them farming. I can give them vocational training. So suddenly I realized his intention of picnic. So I said, if you start a project for this tribe, they are our brothers. I mean, yeah, tribals are there. So I will take the responsibility. That's how, that was turning point in my life. 1970, at the age of 22, I gave him my word.
With support of Dr. Mandaki.
That time I was not married.
Okay.
When I gave the word to my father, not married. After that, we joined post-graduation because government of Maharashtra gave us a land after 3 years. So in the meantime, what to do? So we did the post-graduation where I met Mandakini. And then we, as I told you, wavelength matched, and then we started moving together and all. And the Baba said that now you have an affair, you should get married. The education was going on. Land was not easy. And land was not given by Maharashtra government. So that's why we were just spending time in doing post-graduation. In 73 December, Government of Maharashtra gave him a land, Maharogi Seva Samiti, the forest land was given in Hemalkasa near Bhamragad. And then I came to know in Nagpur, I was doing post-graduation, that Baba had took the position. I left my education, MS General Surgery, and I came here. By the time she was a lecturer in anesthesia in Nagpur Medical College. So she resigned and she followed me afterwards. So that's how started our life 1 year after our wedding in a small hut, thatched hut. And few volunteers also were there to help us. And once the monsoon started in the month of June, there were no road from Halapalli to this area. There's one big river called Bandiya. Once it got flooded, from June to December, no vehicle could come. If at all, if somebody wants to meet us or we want to meet our parents, we have to walk down 70 kilometers. So that was the first year, a real experience living in isolation, more or less like Vipassana. Nobody to talk. Tribals also not have any faith in this modern medicine. They had never seen. But she had given me a word. She had never seen forest in her life. No background of social service in the family.
Nagpur is a metro city.
Metro city, yeah. It was the capital of CP and Berar.
Okay.
Yeah, that time it was capital, yeah. But she adjusted herself, compromised probably a
Your
lot of
love makes her to settle here.
How?
Your love makes her settle to here.
That's all. I mean, this is and the word she had given. Once she had given a word that I will accompany you wherever you go, and that's how you see here. And I feel just we have completed 50 years of our wedding.
50 years.
51 years. Yeah,
Great.
in this forest. People used to call us they are like Ram and Sita going to Vanvasa. Father's wish.
They have only 14 years. The Rama, Lord Rama and Sita.
Yeah,
For here 50 years.
50 years, yeah, more than that, yeah. But I always tell her greatness is that people call us Ram and Sita. But Sita had temptation of having that Kanchan Mruga, golden deer.
Yeah.
She wanted to have a blouse of that. So she sent forcibly to hunt that deer. And then Ravana eloped her. She never had any temptation, that's why she could stay here.
That's the greatness of Dr. Mandakini.
Yeah, that's how, yeah. No demands, no complaints, and no temptation.
Ma'am, can you please say some few words about Dr. Prakash Amte strength?
When we met in Vardham, where the Gandhi ashram is there is the new medical college started there. And we were doing house job. At that time, house job is compulsory for post-graduations. So I was doing house job in anesthesia because I want to do post-graduation in anesthesia. And he want to do post-graduation in surgery. We met there. And when we were talking to each other, I came to know that this fellow is different from other boys and he want to do something for the society, and his father was also a great philanthropist. So I never met him before that with his father or mother, but when we decided that we are going to marry, then I met them. And before that, I was only knowing that Baba Amte is a leprosy worker and he is having a ashram in Varora near Chandrapur district. Only this much information I have. Basic information. Because that time nobody allows ladies, girls to go somewhere and see and look such type of work. Because my family is very
conservative,
orthodox and conservative.
Orthodox.
So I never went anywhere to see such type of work. And when I with him, I came to know he is having compassion for the patient as well as compassion for the animals also. something is different. So I was attracted towards him, and I have said yes to him, and we decided
Got
to marry.
married.
He was born and brought up capital city of
Yeah.
Nagpur. But suddenly your decision takes to
Hemal
this
Kasar.
forest.
Yeah.
The day, how you felt, man?
After marriage, we came to this area to see where we are going to work. When we entered the forest, I came to know that there is nothing in this forest because in, before that I was in Chikhaldara or some
Sanctuaries.
forest destination where there is all facilities were there. Rest house, tourist place, tourist place. And when I came here, I came to realize that here is nothing, only tree, 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 and nothing else. And it was quite difficult to accept myself to live in such an area. Can I do that? There was a question in my mind. And then I decided, once I have given him a word, I will
Stand for
I will
that.
come with him and work here. I can do that. I think so. And so I realized everything and accepted everything at that time.
Mahatma Gandhi ji given a title to your father, that is
Abhay,
fearless seeker of the truth.
Abhay Sadak. Yeah.
What it means, sir?
Actually, he was traveling in a passenger train where British soldiers were traveling. And a newly married couple was also accompanying. So
Same
they,
compartment.
the same compartment. So those soldiers, British soldiers, they started harassing her. This sort of ewe-teasing and then tried touching her and all. The husband got scared and he went inside the toilet. He hid himself in the toilet. And then Baba intervened. And they tried to hit him on the shoulder and all. But till Wardha station, he didn't allow him to tease her. And then they got down in Wardha station, complained to the railways police. And Gandhiji was in Sevagram. He came to know that a man alone without arms fought for her sisters. Yeah. And that's why he said he's a fearless man. That is Abhay Sadak in Hindi.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how.
In those days, people with leprosy suffered a social stigma.
Sigma.
What type of services those days you involved in?
Actually, all those patients who were driven out of society had come to Baba and they all became member of family. Baba was a fatherly figure. He used to dress them, he used to give them, train them. Before that, they used to just beg. In spite of having deformity, Baba said, you should do something to gain the self-respect, the confidence. Just giving food and clothes doesn't satisfy human life, you know. So you must, creation, nirmiti should be there. So every leprosy patient, either is a man or a woman, doesn't matter. They're doing farming, digging wells, so vocational training. The amount of work doesn't matter. I mean, the
Confidence.
confidence that they have done something. And all of them worked. And Baba's principle was, everybody says, I am working for the people. Baba said, work with the people. So whatever new works, if he wanted to start, he used to start the work himself. So naturally, all these leprosy patients used to follow and carry on. Work with the people, that's the principle. And actually, he learned from Gandhi. No work is inferior.
What is the Baba Amte role in Narmada Bachao Andolan?
Actually, he was, before that also, he fought for a dam which was to be built on Godavari River in Champalli.
Andhra Pradesh?
Andhra Pradesh,
Telangana.
Telangana. That time it was Andhra Pradesh.
Yes.
Yeah. So this whole forest probably would have got submerged if the dam was built there. So he made a small agitation here, Gadchiroli. He wrote a letter to Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. And she realized destruction of nature is too much for the dam. And she wrote to her officers that you should cancel this project and try for another alternative site. That was his first. And later on, then my brother Vikas, he is also a doctor, his wife is a doctor. They have taken responsibility of Anandvan. Then he said, now that then I am free. Medha Patkar started a Narmada Bachao Andolan. And he went there. Said, now I am quite old, I cannot be actively involved, but at least I can morally support them. And that's why he was shifted to Madhya Pradesh in the submergence area of Sardar Sarovar Dam. And then he worked there for 10 years. I mean, stayed there for 10 years. Yes.
Your father walked Kanyakumari to Kashmir
Yeah, Bharat.
and Assam to Gujarat.
Right.
What is the great work behind the story?
The story was that that time you had different movements. Khalistani movement had started in Punjab. A lot of unrest in different places. So he said, dying for a nation is easy, but living to build a nation is difficult. So that now I am free. My both sons are working, have taken over the responsibility. His first Bharat Jodo, he named it Bharat Jodo.
Bharat Jodo.
Knit India. The idea came from Quit India. For 42 movement, for the against British, Quit India. Now Knit India. So 150 youths, some of them had taken leave from their jobs, but they were all youths, around 30 plus average. And they moved with him on bicycle from Kanyakumari to Kashmir. It took almost 5.5 months. And wherever he went, stopped there, he used to have a meeting, tell people about the integrity and then Jata Pata ke bandhan thoda, forget about the caste, the religion. The most important religion is humanity. If you follow that, it's enough for the country to run smoothly. So that message he used to spread from Kanyakumari to Kashmir. And then after 2 years, second mission from Arunachal to Okha, Gujarat. So
that's why the people call modern Gandhi of India.
Yeah.
For
That's
Baba.
right, yeah.
What was the famous quote for
From famous?
Baba?
Famous?
Quote.
Amte
Baba's quotations. Famous quotations.
मतलब most of them are Hindis basically. जाता पांदा के बंधन तोड़ो, भारत जोड़ो, है ना? Yeah. Then I also tell we work with the people, not for the people. And the future of the nation rests on the shoulder of a youth. That's why he used to motivate the youth. And when she said, when people go to see the ruins of temple, Khajuraho and other things, it has become a tourist place, but this is not it's a ruined one, a damaged one. If you can see the beauty of that ruins, why can't you see the beauty of a human ruins? The leprosy patient who had no fingers, who had a lot of injuries, no nose. So I always request you to even appreciate the beauty of the ruins of human being, as you appreciate the ruins of temples and churches.
Your ashram have vegetarian animals and non-vegetarian animals.
Yeah.
Naturally, you both animal lovers.
Yeah.
The animals also love to you.
What
is the secret?
Actually, whenever the animals came to me, actually, this is a tragedy for them, in fact. This tribal used to kill and live on animals hunting till we came here. And when there is hunger, there is no choice. They used to kill monkeys, used to rats, snakes, and bears, whatever they find in community hunting. And when we went for a walking once in the forest, we saw they had killed the monkeys. Actually, in cities, we don't even realize that people eat monkeys. Cows and monkeys are supposed to be religious. And when they came near, I saw a live baby suckling the dead mother. He said, please give that monkey cup to monkey baby. He said, our children are hungry, what will they eat? So I realized the intensity of hunger. He said, we give them rice in exchange of this baby. And that is how this orphanage started in 74. And whenever they started coming to the hospital, I said, if you find any animal, orphan, instead of killing and eating them, please bring it here. So next animal was the deer fawn, and then the bear, and then the leopard, and the crocodile, and hyena, and whatnot. But they stayed with me. They grew up like a children. And as you have seen, I am still alive in spite of having so many cruel animals. Actually, they were staying free with me in this house. Firstly, in front of my hut, then it was her, and used to come for a walk to the river, free. Bear, leopard, dogs, they were supposed to be enemies of each other. But here they used to follow us every day. But once we started school and the children started coming, we didn't want to take a risk. So we put them in cages and we gave them little independence. Now we take them to the walk in a field where there is no stranger. Limited independence is still there. And they understand the language of love. That is the power of love. So there is no trick as such. The only thing that you should not have palpitation. That you are playing with leopard and all these things. If you think that there is a member of family, and they understand.
The agreement between only love.
Love, only love. Yeah. Actually, you get injured sometimes. They have got very sharp claws. If they jump on you for playing, you get scratches, and the blood started flowing. So I used to give my blood to lick him. So he gradually used to lick my blood. As their own wounds, they lick and then cure it with their saliva. So I tried my wounds by giving them my hand or that blood to them. They gradually licked the bone. And I never took antibiotics. That also helped me. And that's how blood relation I said.
Your father got Ramon Magsaysay award.
Yeah,
After that, you also received
both.
received
Yeah.
Ramon Magsaysay.
Yeah.
That day, what is your feeling?
Actually, I never thought, how can a member from the same family get an award? Nobody could even imagine. And then Baba got in 1985, I think. And somebody must have nominated us. A lot of visitors come here. And they accepted the nomination. And they came as a visitors without telling them that they are from the Magsaysay Foundation. And one day a telephone rang from Manila, Philippines,
Yeah.
that we have selected you for community service. Will you accept it? I mean, that's how they take the permission. I said, I mean, it's a surprise to us. I mean, already Baba has got. I said, okay, are you going to accept it? I said, okay. And that's how, they then I had a press conference. And then world came to know that the father, son and a daughter-in-law in the same family, they got the award.
Finally, what is the Prakash Amte's message to Indian youth?
Actually, I tell from my experience, I think we live in cities and we know what is affluency. Everything is available there, and we always look at the higher side, maybe up to Ambani. But if you go, 30% of the population of India is still below poverty, as this government says. Though India has become superpower, but 30% of the population of India. So my father purposely exposed us to the life of a tribal in the name of picnic. So I tell youth, living in your comfort or in cities, you must intentionally visit such places where our brothers and sisters live, how they live. Once you live, you need not work for them, but you should realize that they are our brothers and sisters and having So little things, but no complaints. You know, it was a great message. There is no greed. As against we have got so many things, still we want some more, and we make our life miserable in that competition. So if you can work for the people, now you cannot go to forest and work like us that is not possible for everybody. But at least you can help such institution. You can help one man at least. His life will be made, and he will give you what is your blessings. And that's how you get that what do you call that pleasure. Pleasure you cannot purchase pleasure from money. You will get all this what do you call that anything except happiness and pleasure you get from money. But if you want real pleasure, you must work for the society who need your help. Either you, when you do full time, I am will be very happy. But if you cannot do full time, it's not possible for everybody. But at least you can,
Giving is
you
the
can
more happy.
partly you can work at them. By weekend also you can go and help them, or you can also visit such institutions who are working for the downtrodden. So those workers will be get visiting those projects. Naturally, their institution will be increased. So you can do anything. I mean, it's not that this is a written, you should be then that. But at least you should have that emotions in your heart that this is our country. And 30% of the population is still below the poverty level. It's shame on our nation, in fact. So your youth is in your hand. This make a difference between need and greed. If you go for a greed, there is no end. But you can live comfortably, that's your right. You must live comfortably, there is no doubt about it. But after that, think about it.
Giving is the most happiest thing in the world.
In the world, yeah. You can think about Bill Gates and all. They think they have made all the money for a foundation in the health department. So many of the rich people, to get the satisfaction, they are working for the
I think you got ICMR achievement, the Bill Gates Foundation.
right. Yeah.
You have a Vipassana center here. Are you running Vipassana center in this
No,
ashram?
no. Vipassana center.
Actually, we are introvert basically. We worked, and people who came visited us, they realized the importance of the work, and most of the common people, according to their whatever economical condition, they supported the project. You don't find any boards of a big industrialist giving money.
Yeah.
So a lot of people have supported this. I mean, that is a very nice feeling. And they also feel that we have participated in our own way. So that way, living like this for 50 years, I mean, it was without a label, no label, I mean, religious or political, and always away from media.
But we are very glad to have. So thanks a lot for giving this opportunity.
Yeah.
If there is any chance, please visit Amravati.
Sure.
Yeah.
And thanks for coming for such a long distance, and then at least people in Andhra Pradesh will
Should know the legacy of Amte, the Baba Amte.
Another thing that my both sons and the daughter-in-laws, they have
Also
joined.
they are service.
They have joined the work and taken over the responsibility. Third generation, and then we are really fortunate enough that if they had not come, we will still have been busy in doing the OPD and running the school and all. So both the sons and daughter-in-laws, they have taken full responsibility, and their children, that is the fourth generation, they are having education with the tribal in our school. And I'm really glad to share you that the first grandson recently got admission in medical college, first MBBS.
Fourth generation.
Fourth generation. He also loves animals. He was with me in his childhood. So naturally, of course, we won't tell him to come back and do this service. But the way he was brought up in this environment, it's just possible that he may come and carry out the legacy.
Climate makes him.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much,
you.
ma'am.
Namaste.
Okay.